Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look again on the euro currency. So in general, you can see the performance stands according to our trading plan that we discussed in the weekly report. We said let's keep watching for a confidence support on the lower time frames. If any bullish patterns will be formed around it, we could try to take the long position, because whatever we think about the fundamental background and in the longer term perspective, in the very short term, on the daily chart, on the intraday chart, we have the bullish context. Because trend stands bullish, we do not have clear bearish patterns around. It means that maybe extended bullish targets are not reasonable right now, but in the short term, within a few sessions, we could count on some upside euro performance. At the same time, guys, I'm a bit skeptic concerning really two dovish Fed policies we discussed in our weekly report. Today, BlackRock said that they think that market is wrong and Fed will keep rate rising. That's actually totally agrees with our view as well. And swap market also suggests 25 basis point rate move in May. So everything goes as it should. Our suggestion, as we said, that for Fed, it makes no sense to stop and hold rate. It's just because it brings no positive effect, but it could bring just panic to the markets. They have to either cut drastically and turn to the absolutely obvious quantitative easing and dovish policy, or they have to go with the very small steps, 25 basis points, 1 per 2 months. It's absolutely normal pace. It doesn't hurt too much in the economy when you already have the rate around the 5%. But at the same time, it could let market to hold in some direction of the Fed policy that we are fighting with inflation, where actually commitment with our plan that we intend to fight the inflation. You could see we're raising rates, we're do everything. So trust us and go with us with this program where we do know what we are doing. So this is in general the psychological background. And we actually talked about this, and that really could bring some mind change to those who actively suggested and invested in actually stock market, in the cryptocurrencies. We already talked that in the crypto we suggest that this is pure technical performance based on just cash redistribution rather than some changing of the fundamentals. Because, well, easily speaking, guys, the Fed has started this banking crisis to provide some, to get some breath in a hawkish policy. They need to take some breath to bring some relief to tightening system, where rate too high, where liquidity is too low, and well, this we suggest that this is artificial crisis. This is not natural process. I mean, it was planned and it was managed, and obviously is that Fed has started that not to make European banks as a safe haven, that they just suck out all the liquidity out of the markets, so that investors running in some European banks telling that everything is bad in the United States, let's go to the Europe. Absolutely not. They have done this not for this purpose, and definitely they have done this not to make happy investors in the cryptocurrencies. They need this cash. They need deposits, they need assets from the stock market, they need assets from the crypto market, and preferably if we get assets out from European banks. So this is also important. And I think that the problems that stands around the UBS right now, they will lead to some significant penalties. So it's just actually a funny story that Switzerland actually has frozen approximately 20 billions supposedly Russian money, I mean the relation to the oligarchs, and executed the sanctions purposes. But right there, right now, United States is penalty Switzerland bank that they have broken the sanctions. So it's really interesting. And from that standpoint that we are just talked about, performance of the euro currency stands mostly logical. So we see some upward continuation here. I will not be surprised if even euro will climb even slightly higher, as we suggest. But I think it is too early to deny the possible double repo sell pattern on weekly chart. So I think that the bearish reversal on euro currency is still possible. It mostly will depend on how fast the situation around crisis will start to develop and how fast investors will understand that Fed is not going to ease the policy. Once this understanding will come, situation here could change. But meantime, currently you could see that market trend stands bullish, as we said, market showing upward action. On lower time frame, here's actually what we talked about is confluence, considered 107.50, 107.60 area for the possible upward action, and the currently market is going higher. As you can see, trend has turned bullish here. With the potential target of this action, here we have kind of the ABCD pattern in place. Well, I think that market easily could reach the XOP around 105.56. So this also, as you can see, agreement resistance with the 618 level. And by the way, guys, this is a kind of the target of the so-called bread and butter, as we said on the follow time frame chart. Initially, we thought that it could start right from here, if you remember, but recent news just pushed price lower to the confluence. And actually, this is also kind of the momentum trade, kind of the bread and butter. That's why the expectation that we could see euro currency around 108.50, they are, well, in general, reasonable. But as you could see, overall price action is not really thrusting. It's just slowly creeping market, so upward performance on some news vacuum currently just moving in its own. We do not see this type of action currently. Maybe it's just temporary, we will see. But in the current moment, well, I think that we could consider near standing target, but then we will see what will happen next. Let's focus first on this. Here's probably, guys, also market stands at the OP right now, so minor pullback could happen. Let's see, where is the OP extension here? The market right now stands at the OP, so here we could get some minor pullback. And if you are interested in some intraday performance, intraday trades, you could probably consider some fib levels here from this upward action, maybe confluence this market could reach, and think about the possible position taking with the possible action to the XOP. So that's approximate scenario that we could follow in today, tomorrow probably.